Hey guys, welcome to Trish Standley TV. Today we are having a very exclusive sit down with my mentor, Van Henderson, aka Van Miller International. You guys do not want to miss this interview. We're sitting down talking about the ins and outs of the industry, but if you are interested in taking what's in here and bringing it out and allowing it to come alive like what I did, she's the one for you. You don't want to miss this show. She's going to share some nuggets with us, so make sure you stay tuned.
Trish Standley TV show.
Hey guys, welcome to this show. Today is very special to me, but this is Trish Standley TV. But I am here, sitting here with my mentor, none other than the Van Miller International.
Yes. How are you doing?
We doing good. We doing good.
Yes.
This is what is it? A full circle moment for us. We met initially. I had heard about you from Carlotta. And our first year in 2019, we brought you on and we did an interview. Yeah. And some of the things we talked about were very mind-blowing because of where we are today.
Yes.
But before I get into all of that, I know you like the back of my hand, but our followers may not know who you are. Can you introduce who you are?
Oh, wow. I'm your girl, Van Miller, Vanessa Henderson, but most people know me as Van Miller. I'm the CEO of Van Miller International here in the state of Georgia, and I
get that whole list, girl. You're a seamstress, you're a designer, you're an educator. What else?
Yes, I do wardrobe and television and film. I have an sewing academy now with our young people. I have a couple of Lifetime Achievement Awards. I have even a Black House proclamation for a Lifetime Achievement Award as well. A lot of magazines. I'm an editor. I'm a social producer. I'm just a little bit of everything. You know, you have to be in all the places.
That's what I admire about you the most, is that you are never ending in your pursuit. And a lot of times people get stagnant as we get older and we're like, okay, well, I'm just going to go over here and retire and sit and do nothing. But you are ideal example for me because you keep going. You don't even know what that looks and sounds and feels like.
I don't. I asked God for 30 more years. So that means 100.
Right.
So I just have to keep looking at what does the next thing look like. In working with you, I've realized that I sort of want to get away from the one thing. I love the collaboration. I love just the creating. I love how you keep me on track, and I'm like, I can count on what it is that you're sending me and it keeping me in line. So it's not only for you, but it's for me as well. So, those are the things that I'm really, really enjoying about it. Yeah.
And it's just like seamless. I know you love being on sets.
Yes.
And from our conversation, 6 years ago, that wasn't, it was fashion shows and things of that nature. Yeah. And it's funny because I went to one of your shows and in my mind, I was thinking, should I say that maybe I shouldn't say that in public.
What is that?
I just felt like you were so above the league of the others.
People say that all the time, so it's okay. They say it all the time, and I'm just like, why am I here?
Right.
Yeah.
So how is it that your whole aesthetic? Let's start there because there's so much I want to. Thoughts is coming to me all at once, and let me calm down. Woosah. What is your aesthetic? What is the Van Miller International aesthetic?
Well, I think that for me, I had a full service bridal salon. And so I feel that women have to be beautiful in whatever it is that they choose. No matter what the cut is on it, it has to be beautiful on a woman. And so that is my main thing. You're always beautiful when you love yourself first.
Absolutely.
That's the main thing for me.
And you do it. I love that you don't play when it comes to measurements. Now, This is we talking a little formally, but we about to cut up here in a minute. But the thing that cracks our little inside joke, but it actually, we've had other designers on the show, and they say that it is a pet peeve for clients to show up without the correct undergarment.
Yeah. Oh, you need that. Don't come. Don't come.
But you know, we have a running joke.
Yeah.
Like Trish.
Don't come. Don't come. You know, we know what your joke is, but don't come. You need a underpinning.
Yes.
And you need a bra.
Yes.
You know, so outside of that, we can't do anything.
Mm-hmm. And I understand the importance of it. I'm just not a fan of them.
Yeah,
but,
I understand.
But it is required in order to complete, because you were saying before, that is a part of the wardrobe.
Yes.
That's a part of the whole look.
Yes, and women forget that.
Yeah.
Especially our younger women, they feel that underwear is something that is not needed. Mm-hmm. You know, I don't know, you know, as an older woman, I'm just like, you need something. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And so it's just required of me.
Yeah.
I need you to have on something. Even as models, because models, you know, a lot of them don't have underwear. And I'm like, you cannot put your poo-poo on my clothes.
Exactly.
So you need some underwear. That's, you know,
you shouldn't even want to put your poo-poo.
Oh, they do.
Wow.
Yeah, they do. I don't have underwear. You better bring some.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just, I've learned a lot just from that industry, from you. Mm-hmm. And as a person, like say it's a up and coming or someone who's interested in designing, what are some of the things to be mindful of? For instance, I'll help you in this direction.
Okay.
Submitting clothes to award shows, that could be an avenue.
Oh, definitely.
Just regular, like you spoke a little bit on fashion shows, individual fashion shows or whatever, or even with individuals that you're specifically designing for.
Correct.
What are some of the annoyances that you've experienced?
I think that for me, like individual wise, I find that people get in midstream and want to change things. So you've had plenty of time to look at what it is that you want before you approach. So then it's final when it gets to me. Don't come back and say, let's change it now. And I feel that that's one of the most important things. Know what it is that you want and stick to that.
So now let me ask you, is it accepted, that's not the word I'm looking for, but is it polite in the industry to have someone who approaches you and they change their mind halfway through and you have to alter it to what they now want? Shouldn't there be a cost associated with that?
There should be a cost. After all these years, I have not initiated
you know why I'm asking
that cost.
this question.
Yes. I have not initiated a cost, but as I've gotten to my seasoned state, I'm realizing you need to pay. If you're doing one or more changes, there needs to be a cost in that. Yeah,
I think so. Especially around the time with prom, you know, you're dealing with kids, young people who are continuing to look at magazines. They didn't send you a design. They're continuing to look at magazines and they come back, oh, well, I think I've changed my mind. There should also...
Or I don't like the fabric.
Right.
Now I don't like the fabric.
Right.
Wait a minute. We spent $300 on this and you don't like it. So now you've got to either eat it or...
And you've been eating it.
I've been eating it, and I'm not in that space of... This has been a different kind of year for me, and so I've really had an opportunity to see myself not only as a business owner, as a woman, but as a person in general, as to how our mind works when it comes to what it is that we want to be nice.
Yeah,
and that's the main thing. And I've just been that person for so long. I don't know how to be anybody else, and so I find it hard to say no.
And I think sometimes you can have. Cause to me, my thing is the caliber of work that you put out and that you do. It would be ideal to have like someone, not like me because I can't sew. I have ideas and you know, and the designs. But if you had someone that served as an assistant to you that's learning from you, that could handle that part of the business for you.
Yes.
Until you get to the no. No, we're going to charge for that.
Yeah. Yes.
And, you know, we go back and forth on that a lot. But let me.
Yeah, and you get on me about it. And I appreciate that.
do.
That's why I say that it's been part of my learning this year. You know, Vanessa, you can't do that because I've had several clients to come in that space and to approach me like that. And I'm like, okay, get rid of the old person and say, this is what needs to happen if we're going to do that. I just had that actually this past month. Well, yeah, August. It happened in August. And I made a dress. All I needed to do was put the zipper in it and hem it with her shoes. And she came and I really don't like the color. I didn't choose the color. You chose the color, ma'am. And so she said, well, I really don't like, well, then you need to go to the fabric store and purchase what it is that you want, because I'm not going back to the fabric store to purchase again.
And then pay for the fabric that I purchased for this. Yeah. It should always be that level. And there's other designers I see online, and they make light and make jokes of clients and stuff. And it's funny, in the context that they're sharing it in. But y'all really serious about that thing. It's a lot of stuff going on out here. It
is. And I think that to a certain degree, I've been doing this almost 50 years now. And in doing so, we have it's a learned behavior. And to unlearn is hard sometimes. And it's an hard, unlearned thing that I'm at. You know what? You can't do that anymore. You can't say that anymore. You can't be nice about that anymore, because that's what we want. We want to keep our clients coming, but we're still taking on things that we should not have to take on. Yeah.
And so you and I connected on 6 years ago.
Yes.
You were saying that you are a consultant in the area of person like me who can't sew. And I've tried, trust me. My mother is a seamstress. And I've tried, and I just don't have, God didn't give me that. But I do have ideas of what looks that look good and ideas of design. So we partnered.
Yes.
And you consult me. So, and just to share with you guys the experience of the consultation, what we do. I don't know how you do with other people.
Yeah.
But we have weekly calls.
Every Monday.
Every Monday at 2:30.
Yes, 2:30.
We have calls whether she's actively working on something or not. We sit down and we talk. I have ideas. I'm like, oh, Van, what do you think about this? And she'll say, that doesn't make any sense, or it will not work.
Yeah.
And she guides me in that particular area. So there's some things that I'm learning, because I got a lady that I'm working, actually the pair of pants that we sold from a lady up north. She's teaching me about measurements. And so you were like, Trish, if her calf is such and such,
you need to go somewhere else.
Because we're going to go into measurements in a minute. And her waistline is so and so. Her hips can't be that.
Can't be that. Yeah.
And so we were able to, I said, okay, we'll go up 10 inches.
Yes.
And so we went up 10 inches on the hip. And perfect fit.
Yes. I'm so excited about that, because that was great for me as well, because I'm like, here we are, we're working for a client that neither one of us
have seen
or going to see, and we were able to do what it was, and she gave you a great review, and I was excited. I think I was just excited as you were.
She was more excited than I was.
Yeah, I really was, because I was just like, okay, what are we doing? But
and so let's talk about measurements, because it's I know when you're taking your measurements, you really shouldn't take your own measurements.
No, ever, not ever.
So y'all never take your own measurements, but give us a kind of, what are the main measurements that we would need? Say someone's looking to get something designed or made. What measurements would you need?
For me, I take more measurements, I feel, than most people. I do a bust, a waist, a hip. I do your shoulder to shoulder front, shoulder to shoulder back. I do your shoulder to your waist, front and back, and then I'll do your arm length, your arm top. And we have to be careful with women when we're measuring arm tops, because with your arm down, it's one measurement, and your arm up is another measurement. That's why some of the ladies that have the larger arm tops can't get into their items, because when their arms are up, it's a larger amount.
So is that what we measure?
Yes.
We measure and we purposely try to get the biggest part, the fattiest part
of the arm
and legs.
Yes, and the legs. Yes. Yeah. I even, I think that since I've been working with you, I really make sure that I do a crotch measurement on women, because some women will have a fupa in the front. We don't really realize that the fupa takes up space. So we have to measure fupa in the front. Most of the time, they're going to have a higher backside. So you can't use a front measurement to a back measurement. So you'll have to do a front measurement to the floor, back measurement to the floor, and then you need a side measurement. And all three of these measurements can be totally different.
Right.
So you have to like really, really, really work on that and know and understand. Because once you do something 2 or 3 times, then you don't really have to do it again. I have a client that's actually in DC, and I sew for her all the time. She will come down, she'll fly down just to try it on one time, and then the rest of it is just from me just seeing her.
Yeah.
She is constantly in the gym, and so we'll have her neighbor to come measure her, and then once she thinks it changed, we'll measure her again, and then I don't have to see her.
Okay.
Yeah, so measurements are very, very, very important. Yeah.
And it's important not to do it yourself.
It's definitely not yourself.
Yeah.
Because you're going to bend over, and you're going to not think that you're bending, but you are bending over. So it's very, very important that you get somebody to measure you. Yeah.
And I think it's good just to get your measurements, even if you're not having anything made. We had found a app called ZoloFit. And
you
it's
told me
an app
about that.
I was telling you about it. My god sister actually told me about it, and it does a body scan, and it gives you all of your measurements, and so above other things, because it's more of a fitness thing, but it gives you your body BMI and all that kind of stuff. So for me, I felt like that would be more accurate than. Like my daughter, my daughter gave a measurement. Remember, you had Trish have India measure from your neck to your, and it was wrong.
Oh, okay. See,
remember it was wrong.
Yeah,
You told me it was wrong.
Oh, it was 16. It was 16, and I was like, "There's no way that it could be 16." So, but just knowing I've measured so long, to you can just about guess what a woman's body is and what sounds right and what's like is out of line. Yeah. So,
and it also falling under your mentorship, you also force like I have to do my homework. I have to Trish, what's going to be in fall?
Yes.
What's
trend
trending?
forecasting?
Yes.
Trend forecasting is important.
Yes.
Yeah, because we like what we like.
Right.
And that's one of the things that I've had to learn as a designer as well. People are not going to always like what you like. So if you're planning on running a business, then it has to be, what does the climate hold? Who's your market?
Yeah.
And how are they going to be spending their money? So it needs to be more about what they are wanting and not what you like and what you want. Yeah. And you did a great job at that.
Well, I mean, y'all can tell she got a stern voice, so
Good, that's not going to work.
She don't say it like that.
It's not going to work.
Another thing that you schooled me to is not to do a lot of prints. You said that women don't really. That you may get some sales in it, but it's not going to be a huge seller.
Yes, it's not a huge selling point. I just think that a lot of floral goes back to the older time of the woman, when I felt like we use it as a covering. I came from a space where we always had on big flower dresses and things like that. And so you can do it. It's beautiful hanging, but are you going to sell it?
Right.
Yeah, and that's the thing that you have to really ask. Like what you have on today, I'm like, you and I, you like one thing on it, I like the other thing on it, and so so we have to find a happy medium where it works for everybody. And so I think that you have done that. You have learned how to go to the fabric store and
I used
shop.
To stand the fabric store. But until I knew, she had to actually take me to the fabric store to teach me how to shop in the fabric store. Yeah.
So, but you've done well.
Well, I like
you get
it
an A. She gets an A because she has been an amazing mentee when it comes to what it is that she has learned, and she's going to be able to take that, because when she says she's looking at me, I'm looking at her. I'm like, you know what? When she retires, she already got another thing already set in space for her. And she don't have to go out looking, what am I doing? Because she's already done it. You already have it going. So it can only go up for you. And so that is one of the things that I say to designers, because at first when I started doing things for other people, they were like, why would you do that? Do you want to do that? I said, but I'm not doing for myself what I'm doing for them. And so it does not bother me. I don't have a problem, looking at and doing what it is that people want, because God has blessed me with the gift. Because sometimes I'm like, girl, I don't even know how you did that, you know. And so it's not a problem when people come to you as a designer that you help them to create their dream as well.
Yeah.
And that you will not cross the line because they think, oh, I'm going to cross the line into what it is that I'm doing. It's not going to happen because we have two different design aesthetics.
Right.
So I know, okay, this looks like Trish. Even when she's not with me, I still, that looks like Trish. This is something that she would do. And you do the same thing with me. So, you know, designers don't be able to afraid. That's another income stream for you. You've got to learn, am I critiquing myself? Am I doing what it is that I'm doing? Am I ever learning? Because it is an ever learning process. And you have to stay current to what it is. The designers want to design to the season. You need to know, I need to be 6 months down the road. Yeah. Right now, we still have people, oh, let me do this. Do you not know they're already doing spring and summer for next year? But if you don't learn that, then you're going to always be behind. So in order that you get where it is that you need to do, you need to educate yourself.
And the way that you had me roll out, I don't know if you had me roll it out this way, or it's just my novice self rolling it out. But the way you had me do it is released 2025, 2026 line.
Yes.
And so that I can design anything throughout the year.
Yes.
And it will fall in that line. I thought that was so smart.
It's amazing because you never go out of you never go out of date when you do like that. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So it's been fun. I really, really, really enjoyed this whole process. Now, one of the recent things that we didn't touch on, I mentioned it, but we didn't touch on it. Some of the pitfalls right now for designers has been submitting pieces to these award shows and to these celebrities.
Yes.
Without naming any names.
Yes.
Share any instance of where it may not be good to submit and I didn't even know that thing was possible, that designers submit looks for award shows and things like that,
and other shows because other hosts from other shows wear a lot of designer product. Okay. And so it's always important that you know who is watching, who is looking at you, because, you know, we have public social media. Yeah. So people can always go to your social media and see what it is that you're doing. But for me, I just feel that I could say this year, you know, I had submitted to a show, award show, and then I had dressed the previous years. And then I was asked to come back and, well, just submit something anyway. And I'm like, wait a minute, they've chose another designer, so why would I submit my work when they've already chosen someone else? Well, just submit it anyway. No, that's a disrespect as a designer. I would never come and you've already submitted and they've already taken your stuff and then I submit over you. That's disrespectful to me. So just know, you know, look at what it is that your fellow designer is doing and who they are. I don't care if I don't know you. I did not know who the designer was, but I would never do that. Never. It's just a disrespect. It's just an
etiquette.
Yeah, it's an etiquette thing. Yes. Yeah.
Well, it's been, and you've designed for some of the most beautiful pieces. One of my favorite was a yellow with CC Winans. But your aesthetic, we touched on that a little bit. It's drama. It's which I love. It's the
you got a lot of drama going on.
Well, but I don't have drama like you got going on, which is fine. But I love your looks, and I love how your looks are interchangeable, both men and you were doing the androgynous thing before everybody.
Yeah. And I have like some things and people see it, they say that, that's Miss Vanessa's. It's like they automatically label you with what it is that you have done. And that is important too, because we're living in the world and we have to adapt to what the world is accepting. And we can't, no matter what our feelings are. Either you want to be in business and you want to do what it is that you need to do, or you want to just stay in your little spot and not do anything.
Not do much.
Not do much.
It's like you have, I look at her shows and one show you'll have a woman wearing the outfit, and in another show you'll have a man wearing the same outfit.
Yeah.
And so it's like you've been doing that for
A long time now. Yeah, a long time now. Yeah.
And so everybody catching up.
Everybody's catching up. Everybody's catching up. Like this December, I've been asked to do a complete men's line for a show. I've never been asked to do that, so that is a challenge for me.
Yeah.
And I accepted the challenge, and I'm just wanting to see what it is that I'm gonna be able to put out. Yeah.
And the thing, we've become friends through this whole process. Van will have you cracking up on the phone, y'all. I'm tell you that right now. But the thing that I love is that you had a lot of transition this year, last year, and this year, and a lot of shifting. But you've been able to
kick it out.
Yeah. Stand on your own 2 feet.
Yes.
What in you has allowed you to be able to go through all of that and still prevail and come up on top?
I think that it is being steadfast in who I am and who God has made me to be. That no matter what comes, you can get through anything if you put your mind to it. It doesn't change what you think and how you feel and how you've been taught, but you know that that's not who you are.
Yeah.
That's not who you are. I had last year, I went through a storm, and I just always say I was in a storm, but I still had a lot of things on my plate that I had to go through. Yeah. And I've had people say, well, we didn't know you were going it. You didn't know because I didn't tell you. Because why am I spreading it all around when it didn't change anything about my life?
Yeah.
And so you just have to learn, let me be who I am. Let me get to the place. Let me move where it is that God wants me to move. And sometimes he has to kick us in the behind. Right. We don't even know that we should be moving. So, it was a time and a place, and he was like, it's time for you to go and move. And I did that. And I am so glad that he gave me that swift kick so that I could see that I still have a lot more to do. Yeah.
And you do. And I feel like it happened on purpose so that you can start focusing more on Van.
Yes.
And we had talked, you said you wanted to work on your own line. You've never designed for
I've
your
never
own
worn
self.
my own clothes before.
That is crazy.
It is so
to me.
crazy. So I've never, but for the first time in my life, I'm able to see me and see who I am and see the change that has occurred and happened with me. So I'm doing a line for the curvy seasoned lady.
Come on, girl.
The curvy seasoned lady is called Coloring Outside the Lines. And coloring outside the lines, it does not intersect in any shape, form, or fashion when it comes to what it is that I'm doing. And I'm excited about that. Yeah.
And we gonna be on schedule on that too.
Yes,
right?
yes.
I'll be your accountability.
You gonna keep me. And I just say that I'm outside. People say, "Oh, you outside?" I'm outside of who people expect me to be.
Yeah.
And sometimes you have to take that step out and look at yourself.
Yeah.
And so I'm looking at me and I'm saying, okay, it's time for you to do this. It's time for you to change. And I'm doing that. Yeah.
And this is the spirit.
Yes.
Y'all. As long as y'all been watching me and following me, this is the spirit that I'm trying to.
But trying is a curse word.
Well, not trying.
Trying is a curse word.
That I am evolving. I am evolving into, because and people like you sing, you do this, you do that, you do that. We only got one life.
Yes.
We only got one.
One. That's all you're going to get.
So I feel like as long as we're willing vessels and we're open, that God will continue to
manifestation.
Yes.
That is the word that I have put and placed in my heart. Manifesting what it is that you truly want and who you truly are, and that will come to pass. We were talking about that before we came on set. It's just it's a beautiful place to be in your life, and truly trusting. I've had to learn how to trust people, and I've had to learn how to trust God and say, okay, God, what we're doing. I told my pastor, I said, I call Jesus' name so much at the beginning of this year. I said, Jesus had to go take a nap. And he said, no, not Jesus taking a nap. I said, Jesus had to take a nap because I call his name. I mean, it would just be coming out of my mouth and I wouldn't even be thinking it. It would just come out, Jesus. So Jesus had to take a nap. And then maybe the middle of the year, Jesus, I told him, you've been took a nap long enough. It's time for you to get up. And, and that's how we have to look at that space in our lives, because he can only do and provide what it is that we ask, and that we truly, truly want. And I tell people all the time, I'm a God kid. I'm one of his special children, and he's going to always come and see about me. And so that's how we live our life. I know that it looks crazy, but I know that he's going to come and see about me.
Yeah, absolutely. I love it. And I think that's where we connect, because that is that same mindset is what I'm trying to evolve into. That
you're not trying. You're evolving.
Trying to live out.
Yeah.
So real quickly, how many years have you been on set and actually doing set work? And I mean like really, really on the set.
So I started out, I did theater. I did mostly all of the theaters. I went to Miami-Dade. I was there for a year. I did Troy Theater down in Montgomery. I've been to Madam C.J. Walker's. Did the Rialto. I did Woodrow Art Center. I did the Fox last year in February. I created the characters from some of the television shows, and I went to the Fox Theater with that. It was absolutely amazing to know that you can work and you can move forward and create things that are in a space. That in itself taught me, okay, you can do theater, but you ain't getting no credit. You get a bill. Play bill, but you ain't really getting no credit. And I'm like, well, we're working and there's no credit. So I feel that is an arena that somebody needs to take a look at. That should be part of IMBD. Because you're still doing the work. And you don't get as many. One chance. That's all you get to do it on a theater stage, and then you get to do it over and over and over again in front of the camera. And so I just started saying, can I come to your set? That's what I started saying to people. Can I come to your set? And I have took that and expanded it into, okay, Vanessa, you need to take a master class. I took a master class to be a film producer. I wrote my own stage play called Finish the Dream. And at this juncture, I've actually been working on it to create and make it be a film. And I think that the biggest thing that I've been on is a project that's getting ready to come out. I did Lola too. That was amazing. But I have a big project that is getting ready to come out in November. Today, Yesterday, and Forever. It is absolutely amazing. It was like we were on set and the Bible was brought to life. And we were living that. And so I just love our young people. When they come to the set, I even mentor and train there, because we don't understand. When we go to the Caucasian space and the Asian space and those spaces, those people are prepared. We are not prepared to go into those spaces. So that education has to be put in place in there. And they will tell you, Miss Vanessa, come to the set. Just like y'all see me, that's how I am. So what's that for? What are you doing with that? Why do you have everything? You just went to your drawer, and I say that. You just went to your drawer and put what was in your drawer in this bag, and you brought it to the set, and I'm supposed to approve that. And that's not going to work. I'm not steaming all day. And I tell them that I'm not steaming all day. So I just say, please come prepared.
And wash your neck.
And and please bring clean things when you come to the set. I was on a set and a young lady, and I asked people, please read a script. If you're on a set, read the script. And I had a young lady came, and she was pregnant in the script. She had on some booty shorts and a crop top. I said, did you read the script? I said, honey, you're pregnant. Where are we going to put the belly? Because you're pregnant. So, please read a script. Understanding that, especially for our stylists and those people, it will help you along. And speak to the people. I have this thing of, if you're coming on a set, I'm going to ask for your information, and I'm going to call you and see what it is that you... So, by the way, I am the wardrobe stylist on this project, and I was just reaching out to you to see if you were going to bring any of your personal things to the set. If you don't mind, could you please email me the pictures so that I can okay that before you come to the set? So that way you are prepared, you get to feel that person out, because everybody ain't nice when they come to the set. So you get to feel them out and say, oh, I know I got to work hard, you know, with that person. So now it has gotten to the place that people, I don't be asking people. People are calling me to come to their set. I don't say, oh, want to be on the set. I'm just always on the set.
And that's your place right now. You love being on.
I love it. I love being in that space and sharing who I am and ministering to people, because some people just need ministering and being able to be on a set where there's prayer.
Yeah.
Because when people come and they talking in every kind of way, that's not a place that you really want to be for a long period of time, because that's 12 hours a day.
Yeah.
You know, so I just say, do your homework. It's always important to do your homework and to mentor. And I'm actually up for an award for as a mentor.
Oh,
for mentorship. Yeah. So I'm excited. So the people see you. I think that's just a blessing in itself to know.
Well, your name has been out in these Atlanta streets for a while, you know, and
word on the street. That's what people say. I had somebody say, word on the street say you need to contact you. And I said, contact me? And she said, yeah. The people said, word on the street. And I was like, really? That's how she said it. And I was like, oh, well, I didn't know it was like that. Because I even had somebody to say to me this week, you don't even leave your house. The people call you, and I never thought about that. You know, that I'm not out there saying, chasing people. Yeah. People call me. Yeah. And it's because of your reputation. Yeah. You are very straightforward and honest. Transparent. And honest. And so people know they're not getting the fluff from you. And it comes from love. Yeah. It comes from love. Yeah. But let's talk, we have a few minutes left, and I don't want to go off air without you sharing your academy. Yes. Let's talk about, and what made you want to do this? It's needed, but what made you want to do it? Well, I think for a number of years, I've always said that I wanted a sewing academy. And I had actually been teaching one-on-one in my space at my house. And I'd almost filled up every day that I was teaching. I had 2 clients sometimes on some of the days. And I just went to visit the Youth Life Center down in Riverdale. And I was like, oh, I like the space. And it was like, before I knew, and they said, well, you can come and have a space here. And then they had the machines were put there for me. So I know that it was needed. And I said, the kids were put there for me. It was like, God heard, he was like, this is what she wants to do and she wants to share. So let me make the way. So it was like the doors were open and I went there, and I've been there ever since, and I love it. I love it. And there was a camp this summer. Yes. That you were able to teach the kids. Now, the boys made what and the girls made what? The boys made vests, lined vests, and they made them themselves. I was more proud of the boys. I'm sorry. I was so proud of those boys. And then the girls, our session was build your own brand. It is important that we teach our youth to build their own brand. Let them know that they are able to do something and create something, except for just holding a game and playing a game all the time. Right. So I did express that to the parents there. And so we're going back on September the 30th. Okay. And this time we're actually we're going to have some adult classes. Oh, good. Because some of the adults have said, when are you going to do adult classes? So I'm going to go back, and I still have the kids. I'm advancing some of the kids, and then some of the kids I still am going to be having my just regular class, but some of them are more advanced, and some of them are ready to create their own lines now. I had each of them to create a logo for their product, and so we're hoping to get all of that put on their shirts and everything when we go back this time. But it's been amazing, and I thought at first I was too old for these kids. And I had a day I was talking about earlier. I said, I went home one day and I was just like, oh, I don't know. I don't know. I laid across my bed, and then I went back, and the director was like, Dr. Van Miller, why come you just, I said, I don't know if it was the kids or me. So I needed to go home and lay down, but I'm back, but it's been August and September, and I truly miss them, and they gave me such nice cards that they wrote thanking me for what it was that they had learned this summer. And, you know, I think that some of you may have seen it on social media because I lead with love. I'm that person. So I started filming them. When they get out of hand, I just let me film you so that your parents can see how you act. And I have the one little girl, and she's like, I knew her mother and her father. I said, tell them what you're doing. No, I said, last minute sores. And I said, so what are you? I'm a last minute sewer. You know, so they learn from that. And us as adults, I said we have to bring back the village. And I told their parents that because they're working and there needs to be the grandmother. And I always tell them, I'm the grandmother on this campus. Okay. And so, and just love on them. Love on them because some of them lack love and knowing what a hug was. Because I someday myself need a hug and wish there was somebody there to hug me. So I just say, get a machine in your house, just like you bought that phone, spend a couple $100, get that machine at the house and let the kids just play around with the machines. And the director told me that one of the kids came in with his shirt, had a hole in it. He went upstairs by himself and to fix the shirt. You know, so you know that they're learning what it is that you're giving them when they know that they're able to come in and do stuff. So,
that's wonderful.
Yeah, so I just love it.
Well, I'm gonna put Carlotte on the spot. We gonna team up and come take a class.
Oh, okay. Look, yeah, and you know what? And when you come, the adults, when you come, I don't mind what it is that you want to sew as long as you finish it. Do not bring nothing to the class and just in the middle of it say, oh, I don't want to do this no more. Nope, you're going to finish it in my class. And be mindful of the difficulty of what it might be that you're trying to make. Like you can't come in and have something that got a lot of pleats. And you don't know enough. And then, hey, there are plenty of sewing for dummy patterns. So you can get those. Get those. Not saying you're a dummy, but that's what the pattern is called. Right. So it allows you to come from that space and then move up to where it is that you want to go.
Well, it's been good hanging out with you. We're going to have just a little bit of a little section after this break. And I would just kind of want to break down the outfit I'm wearing. And just give the audience a little bit of background on it. But you know my girl, you my girl.
Listen, let me tell you, don't say you're too old to ever get put in line because I'm like, this woman right here keeps me in line. And if like Monday she don't call me, I'm like, wait a minute, she didn't call me. I call her.
She called me.
I'll call her because I'm like, okay, this is how we hold each other accountable to what it is that we're doing. So hold your fellow man or your fellow woman, hold them accountable, and then everybody's going to succeed and go where it is that they're going to want to go, and then you're going to be able to do a whole bunch of stuff. People are like, the streams of income. You have to create the stream of income. And what is it that you're doing to make sure that it is a stream and not just something that you're doing? Well, but keep up the good work because I'm looking forward to this winter because we've already talked about what we need.
These coats.
And these coats, you know, we need a black pair of pants. We've talked about what it is that we need to make her line go where it is that it needs to go.
And the funny thing is, when I came to you initially, I said, I just want to do 4 coats. Remember that? And I just want to do 4 coats.
And the 4 coats are still hanging there, and we done did all this other stuff. The coats are done, basically. They're hanging there.
Just waiting. So it's just, I didn't expect to learn as much as I learned. And you were like, and you had to explain, okay, well, you can do this jacket. It's a wonderful jacket, but what are you going to pair with the jacket? What do you want? Once you capture that customer, you want to be able to give them a full look versus sending that money off to somebody else.
That's right.
So complete the look.
So
I learned. I'm learning
and everything in your closet needs to go with something else in your closet. You should never have something in your closet and there's nothing to go with it. So everything needs to go with something else. If it doesn't go with something else, you need to get rid of it. Get rid of it. Yeah.
So, but thank you so much for hanging out with me. We're going to do
I enjoyed the day.
Good. And happy 6 years into making it full circle. The last time we spoke, now we're here 6 years later and we're doing the very thing we said. We touched and agreed that we would do.
And I'm just looking forward to it just being bigger and bigger. By the time you get ready to retire, you're going to be like, oh, I already know what
And
it
I
is.
believe it.
Yeah.
And I receive it.
You're going to know where you are.
Love you,
Yeah.
love you, love
Yeah.
you, love you.
Love you too.
Guys, we'll be right back.
Trish Standley TV show.
Hey, I didn't want to go offset today without sharing the news that I do actually have a clothing line that I'm working with, mentored by Van. It is called Trish's Treasures, but this particular line for 2025, 2026 is the evolution of Trish. And we are an exclusive and custom-made line. And everything may not be for everyone, but we are very exclusive about who we design for and who is going to be wearing our pieces. No disrespect, it is what it is. And I've learned from Van that everyone is not your customer, and I had to grow up and in that frame of thinking to say and be okay with that. So this is one of the very new pieces.
Yes.
We have just named her, thanks to JW, Angle of Love, because there are so many different angles to this look. Now, I know the eye is a little tricky, but this material is actually denim. And it is, Van, no, I'll flip a material in a minute. So
Yes.
and she can go into the details of how it was made, but this is actually the main fabric for, like, when you're going in the fabric store, this is what you're going to see on the roll. Only until you flip that fabric, which I learned from Van, you'll see something else. And I fell in love with this side.
Yeah.
I still love this side, but I fell in love with this side of it. And so if you notice, we actually have another pair of pants that we have available to you. That's a different cut. However, this cut is bell. It's very different. And when we say custom, we mean Van wants those measurements. If she can get them herself, she'll get them herself.
Yes.
But this is a perfect fit pant. This is what a perfect fit on me looks like. And it's because I was measured for it, and she customly made it for me.
Yes.
Okay. And then this is top. What inspired me about this look the most is, you guys know I love cover. I feel like you can be more sexy when you're covered. And this look and this cut is made for women with curves, because that is also my demographic. That's who I want to design for. We have a hard time when we're bottom heavy, or even when we're perfectly stacked. You know, we have a hard time finding pieces that fit us. A lot of times, those of us who have hips and then we have bust, we're short-waisted. A lot of times. So that's who I want. That's the she I want to fit, design, and dress. And so that's where we are. I just had to throw that in there because I got some correction on the break. But Van, please share with me. We were in a fabric store, and I said, y'all know I love denim.
Yeah.
And so I said, this doesn't even look like denim. Actually, when you pull it up, it actually looks linen.
Linen. Yes, it does.
It looks like linen, but it isn't. It's denim. Share your thoughts on this particular look when I came to you and said, I want this look, and also your opinion on the flip side.
Well, we had that in our file for a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had it in our file. So when you came, we were like, oh, okay. And you said, oh, I want it on the other side. And I was like, oh, well, I like the blue side of it. But we made it on the side and I love it now because you have the other pants that's made out of it as well. And it just, I feel like it fits with you and who you are. You're not just that regular, normal woman. You have style about yourself, and you don't want to look old.
No.
And so we've taken all of that into consideration.
I want to look age appropriate, but not old.
Not old, yeah. And this, to me, it's like more 70s driven, and the cut of how it was, and I just think it's an amazing, amazing piece that we had to figure out the leg. So we just don't make one size fit all. We had to figure out the leg so that we were able to let it come and flare out, because your height is not as high as a 5'9" person would be. So we always want to put pockets on it.
Oh, yeah.
Always. And then for a curvy woman, it is really, really good. Still, we want to put a zipper in the front, but a zipper in the back for a curvy woman fits
That blew my mind.
whole lot better than a zipping in the front. And then we have a fupa hanging down, and we're trying to like compensate for this piece in the front. And And the crotch, and measuring that crotch.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
Making sure that crotch is you. And then what we're going to do with this is we're actually, because winter is coming,
yes,
we don't want to put this away. We're going to actually make a short,
yes,
that goes in that. And that way she'll be able to wear a boot with it.
So if you want to show more skin, I'm not a skin girl, like I said, but if you want to show more skin, you can do that. We have Jay. He's not going to come out in front of the camera, but he also offers, JW, what ideas you have styling that you can do to winterize this look?
One thing you can do to winterize this wonderful piece, adding a long sleeve shirt of your choice. I would initially add a turtleneck. You can also wear just the top by itself, with boots, with booty and tights, so that you can elongate the legs. You can do so many wonderful things with that. Also, the ability to accessorize can take that from, yes, it's denim, but it's a dark denim. So you have the ability to take it from casual to evening dinner out, depending on how you accessorize it. So a beautiful necklace with that, maybe even some lace or some pearls. Sounds strange for some people, but it could be very interesting depending on your style point of view, to take it to a different level.
And I like the mix of aesthetic. So you're doing the prestige of the pearl, but then you have a little bit more of a casual look. I like mixing that kind of aesthetic. But it's very comfortable. It is, and as Van was sharing, I don't know if it was on camera or not, but she was saying that I don't like a lot of form fitting in my design. And that's for a reason, because this is something I can put on. I don't have to put on a shape. What do you call it? A shaper. It's something I can pull on. I don't have to have all the extra stuff, in other words. And it is investment pieces. My line is all about being investment pieces. There are pieces that you can intertwine with other pieces within the line, or even with what you already have. So if you don't want, you would have to get this full look, of course. But if there are other pieces on my line, like say the pants, and you want to pair it with something personally that you have, fine. But this is going to be sold as one piece, but you can also break it up and create other looks for it. And another thing I wanted to share, you guys know I'm having, well, you don't know, I'm going to have a release on bags as well on Trish's Treasure. I have not yet named this design, my purse design yet, my bags, but Tawanda Fair, she is mentoring me on bags. And so this is going to be, ironically, this match. This was not planned, guys. This is not planned. This is such a fly look. Fly look. But yes, so this will be available. I don't even have it priced yet. Like I said, it's very, very new, but I could not have this thing on set and not show it. But this combination is a great combination. It was not meant to be, but it works, And so I just wanted to come and show and kind of speak a little bit. We're going to do a whole campaign for the line, so be on the lookout for that. But while she was here in this moment right now, I just wanted her to kind of break down and share this look, because I think I look cute. And also, we were inspired to add possibly a zipper on here from the bag. So that will also be an addition to this outfit. But again, our pieces are custom made. So even if you don't want this in denim, say you want it in another material, another color, that's what this shop is for. And if you're that type of girl, I'm your girl. I got you. All right, guys, thank you for tuning in. Thank you as always. Love isn't love unless you give it away.
Trish Standley TV show.
Hey guys, I would like to thank my guest, none other than Van Miller International, for coming and sharing with us. I just really want to take this moment and pause to speak on the importance of getting a mentor in your life. No matter what you're moving and how you're, put it this way, if you have an ideal for something and you're having a hard time getting started in it, that's the pivotal time to find you a mentor, someone who will hold you accountable, keep you constant. I say it all the time. Carlotta is that person for me here on this set. Van Miller is that person for me with this design. And they do not let me bleed over into other areas just because it might be what's in that moment. They force me to stay true to my brand and who I am. And you need that in your life. So if you're looking to go into whether it's set design or being on set, or going into fashion design, make sure you reach out to Vanessa Henderson, Van Miller International, to support you in that particular way. If you're interested in learning how to sew, join us in that academy. Join us and learn and start making your way in that step. It's about fulfilling life. One of the things that I love about Van is that she's a multitasker. And she's, like I said, I joke all the time. She ain't gonna be the one that go home with the Lord in her sleep. They're gonna be dragging her off a set somewhere or in her sewing room. She's just that type of person, and that is who I am evolving to be. So she inspires me, and I know she'll inspire you. Thank you guys for hanging out here with me on this show. This was a very special show for me. Thank you. I love you, and remember that love isn't love unless you give it away. Give some love away today, y'all. Take care.
This is the place where the everyday one